What's up, VC? How you guys doing today? I'm Brian, Shamrock'n Records, and I am listening to a little Jimmy Cliff, The Harder They Come, um, because it's so sunny out today, and I am in the mood for a little reggae. I love this comp. So, it just, when the sun is out, this is what I want to listen to. So one of the things I want to listen to. But yeah, I love this record. So and it's absolutely gorgeous here right now. And it's supposed to get even nicer this weekend. Um, Easter is on Sunday. So before I even start, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. I hope you guys uh, enjoy your family and, just have a really good, safe Easter. Um, safe because, we don't want anybody getting hurt from any crazy Easter bunnies. They might break in your house, and as they're dropping around the eggs and doing whatnot, you never know. So be careful. Don't trip and slip on an egg, because some of you guys could. I wouldn't put it past some of you guys. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys some of my finds, like I said. But I don't know if I really care for doing vinyl finds videos so much. That is my wife right now, and I'm gonna get rid of that. Sorry. So I don't even know what the hell I was just saying. Oh, so vinyl finds videos. First off, I want to apologize for my vinyl finds videos because they're not the greatest. Because half the time I buy records and I hadn't heard them yet, and then I'm showing them to you guys and being like, "Hey, here's this new record that I bought that I haven't listened to and I can't tell you about." So that sucks. So I'm gonna do another shitty video like that today. I'm gonna show you a bunch of records that I haven't listened to that I can say, "Hey, I bought this and I don't know anything about it." So I'm going to do that and bore the hell out of you, so I apologize. So I'm going to just rip through it. I'm going to tell you guys right now that I haven't heard a lot of these records. Some of them I have heard, some of them I grew up with, so I can, good song. But anyway, so I might not do Vinyl Finds videos anymore because I personally feel bad for doing a video and being like, well, I haven't heard this, I haven't heard this. So, feedback on that would be cool. What do you guys think about videos that people are showing new finds, and would you guys like them when people are like, yeah, I don't mind watching them, but I don't want to make them. I don't know, just me. Because I love watching all your guys' videos, and I love it when I learn about stuff. Knowledge for me is awesome. When you guys are playing excerpts of the records, some of you guys are really freaking good at that. You do the needle drops, or you'll play, you'll be showing a record, and as you're showing it, you're playing that music behind it. Headley. Another fat bearded man listening to records. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your channel name right now, Headley. I love his videos, man. He freaking kicks ass. I love your taste in music. I love your intro, man. I told you this on Facebook the other day, and I know you've been having trouble with your editing stuff, so get that fixed, man. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I just need to learn how to edit. So hopefully I'll get there someday. I'm going to show you what I've picked up in the last like 2 or 3 weeks because I haven't made a finds video in a little bit. My last video was a contest entry for Andy's Vinyl Den. So check that out if you hadn't seen it, because I showed 10 of my perfect records, and I had a blast doing that for you, Andy. So my first record that I'm going to show, Anthrax, I'm the Man EP. You can see that this once belonged to a radio station. Oh well, I don't care. I do care, but I don't care, because this is the first Anthrax record I've been able to pick up. So I really, really want, no, what the hell is it? Among the Living. Among the Living. I love it. But I'm the Man. I used to listen to this nonstop when I was a kid on cassette. I just loved them, the early stuff. So I found that in Concord, New Hampshire, because my daughter had a dance competition there last weekend. She's 8. I think I've mentioned that, but she's on the dance competition team, so she's gonna be traveling. So gives me an excuse to check out some new towns and some new record stores. So I checked out Pitchfork Records. The owner that was there, I chatted with him for a while. I actually knew the young girl that was working in there. We knew each other from the Bull Moose days, so it's a small world. Bizarre seeing somebody in there that you hadn't seen in a couple years. Anyway, it was a really cool place, and Mike was really nice, and we chatted for quite a bit, and we ended up knowing a lot of the same people, because New England, pretty small, I guess, when it comes to vinyl. So the next couple I picked up out of the clearance bin at Bull Moose, and I picked these up because I'm semi-familiar with him. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter, really mellow, piano, but he's not somebody that I am overly familiar with. I had a friend that used to listen to him quite a bit around me, and the only thing I owned prior to this was the Boatman's Call. But I picked up 2 Nick Cave records. This is Your Funeral, and I also picked up No More Shall We Part. And like I said, I have not listened to these yet. I listened to the first record of No More Shall We Part, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. But I do want to say that I picked these up mostly because I was watching Dead Wax channel, Uncle Keithy. The night before I went out to the record shop, I watched one of his videos, one of his most recent vinyl finds, and he was talking about Nick Cave and how he loves Nick Cave, and I respect his opinion immensely. If you guys don't know the Dead Wax channel, Uncle Keithy, he's out of Canada, and he used to live in the Boston area, so I have like this connection with him because I was in the Boston area for like 8 years. I think he was from like Franklin, I think he's mentioned in a video. I actually lived a couple towns over in Milford, and then I was in Framingham. We probably crossed paths, who knows, but he talks about really cool stuff. Check out his channel. He's really into like 90s alternative kind of stuff. He loves like Boston stuff. Check him out. He's really cool, man. His videos, I love them. So thank you for talking about them, Uncle Keithy, because I saw those the next day, and I got both of those for $8 because they were in the clearance. $8 total. One of them was 5, the other was 3. And they were brand new, sealed, Nick Cave, 180 gram. So, next batch that I'm going to show were all dollar finds, either at a thrift store or at a, what do you call it? Not antique store, the flea market. There's a flea market, like an outdoor flea market, just a couple, like a mile, I don't know, a couple miles from my house, and it's there pretty much every day, and it's in the parking lot of an antique store, which is across the street from another antique store, which is my friend's. So I try to get down there once a week and just check stuff out, and I was able to score some cool dollar finds, which I said I'm not really that familiar with any of these, but I'll show them off anyway. The Eyes of the Beacon Street Union, psych band from Boston. I listened to the first half and absolutely loved it. I'll be honest, I've only spun it once. I can't wait to listen to the second half. But the first side of this record blew me away. I loved it. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. So if you like psych stuff and you're unfamiliar with this record, seek it out. If you see it anywhere, check it out online. It was really cool. I'm not the biggest psych guy. I enjoy psych, but that's not my cup. It's not my strongest love. I'm not the biggest connoisseur of psych music. I have quite a bit of psych, but it's not my biggest thing. So coming from the guy that doesn't know a ton about psych, I also got another one. Blues Magoo's Psychedelic Lollipop. I have not listened to this yet. I don't know anything about it. I paid $1 for it. It's in the disc is in okay shape, but for $1 at a thrift shop, I'll take a shot on it. So I'm kind of excited to listen to that. The next one I found, Ba-Bam, Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby, with Play That Funky Music, White Boy on the B side. Paid $1 for this, and I needed this because, I mean, come on, Ice Ice Baby for me, brings me back to like, oh god, junior high school dances, and I remember me and my friends doing all those silly dances with Vanilla Ice. So to have the single for $1, I'll jump on that. Plus, my wife digs it, so that was pretty cool. Isaac Hayes, Black Moses. Like I said, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm a soul guy. I like Isaac Hayes. I've not heard this yet though, so I'm excited. I see this in the VC quite a bit, and I figured I'd jump on that for $1, and it's in pretty decent shape. So the next 3, you know, I'm Shamrock'n Records. I need me some Irish. The Bothy Band, the Chieftains, and the Boys of the Law. So these records I thought was really cool that I bought these from a vendor at the flea market. The guy that I bought them from was actually related to Tommy Mako through marriage. So that was really cool. He was excited because he only had these 3 Irish records in his batch, and I picked him up, and he was like, "Oh, we got talking." And he's like, "Oh, you know Tommy Mako?" I was like, "Yeah, I know Tommy Mako." He's like, "Yeah, that was my, I don't know, so and so, blah blah blah." Was Tommy Mako was related to his wife somehow. So it was really cool. He was telling me the whole story, and I wasn't really listening, but I did catch that he was related to Tommy Makem through marriage. But I'm really excited to check out the Bothy band because was it Donald Lunny is in this. He used to play with Planksty. I have some Planksty stuff that I love. And Ben Costello in the VC. Check out Ben's channel. He's very into the traditional Irish music, and he's talked about the Bothy band, and I knew I needed them, and I finally found some, so I'm excited. So be excited for me, Ben. I can't wait to check it out. And the last one that I picked up that day, I paid a couple dollars for. Not $1, but I paid like $4 for this one. I'm not a huge Roxy Music fan, but I do like this record, and a couple of Avalon, and a couple of the records. I had some friends that used to play them for me. I'm not overly familiar, but to find this out at a antique place for a couple bucks, I mean, you can see that the edges are beat up, but and it's got some surface noise on it. But I wanted the cover, it's a classic. I don't know, whatever. And I know I talked about in my last finds video that I was going to pick up a couple things on like a special order. So I picked those up. Some of my 90s stuff. I already mentioned that I was getting them, but I actually did get them now. Gin Blossom's Congratulations, I'm Sorry, which is their second record. They finally put that on vinyl. It's kind of the third record, I guess. I think, Dusted came out before this, and so I guess you can consider this their third. I don't know. Dusted was just like on a independent. But anyway, I got that. Was pumped that they finally issued that on vinyl, because Gin Blossoms are one of my favorite bands. And the other one I picked up was the Counting Crows, August and Everything After. Absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite records of the 90s. Adam Duritz just blows me away. This came out when I was like 17, and I listened to it nonstop as soon as this came out. And he reminded me of Van Morrison. I was in high school, and I was a humongous Van Morrison fan then. I still am. And Counting Crows at the time just kind of had something like a Van Morrison thing that I loved about them. And I still love them. I still buy all their stuff. And I saw them live a couple of years ago in Boston, and Adam Duritz is an incredible performer. Absolutely fantastic performer. You can tell he feels what he's singing about, and I admire that. I respect that, and I don't know if you like the Counting Crows. You might hate them, because I know they're one of those bands that you either love them or hate them. But I love them, and I got a lot of those bands that I love, and I don't care. They're my bands. So check them out if you've never seen them. Another record that I picked up since my last finds video, but I actually showed it in my last video for Andy's Vinyl Den, was the Beastie Boys' License to Ill. I was happy to finally find a original of this on Def Jam. So, not going to talk about that because, I talked about it in Andy's Vinyl Den video for his subs. And the last thing I'm going to show is my favorite record I've probably picked up in a while, at least this year. It's a new record that just came out about two 2 weeks ago, I think it was released. And it's Timothy Seth Avett as Darling. It's called Number 4. And it's called Number 4 because it's his 4th solo record. This is the first time he's pressed one on vinyl. The other stuff is, on CD, and you can like download them. But this is the first time one's actually been put on vinyl, and I'm ecstatic with this record because it is not on the American label. Rick Rubin's not producing this. This is on Ramsey Records, and it's stripped down, and it's beautiful. It's not overproduced like the last couple Avett Brothers records. Don't get me wrong, I love the Avett Brothers. I've been a humongous Avett Brothers fan now for 10 years. Since Emotionalism came out. I've just been a humongous fan of this band. And after Emotionalism, they made I Am Loving You, which I think they peaked on that record. And I don't know if it's my favorite record by them. But I think it's the most complete. I think it's the most solid songwriting, and it broke them. It got them commercial success. It got them pretty big, but it was gorgeous. It was their first record that wasn't on Ramsey Records, but this one, if you like the older stuff, the stuff before I Am Loving You, I mean, this is beautiful. It's just Seth with an acoustic guitar, with a piano, and Scott's not on here at all. It's a Seth record, and I'm actually more of a Scott fan, to be quite honest. Scott's got the raspier voice. Scott plays the banjo and gets that. I don't know, that he's got the more energy, I think, um, than Seth. Seth's more, I don't know, more of the sappy, lovey, sappy songwriter. Um, but I love that. I love sappy. I love that kind of stuff, and I'm obsessed with that record. So if you like the Avett Brothers and you've been kind of down in the dumps on their last couple records, because I have been. You know, after the Carpenter, I think that the two after, was it Magpie and what was it, the Magpie and the Dandelion, and then their newest one, which I don't even freaking remember, the True Sadness. True Sadness is truly sad. So I don't recommend it. There's a couple cool tracks. As a whole, I don't know, disappointed. It grew on me a little bit, but I stopped playing it. So maybe I got to go back to it. But this new one, Timothy Seth Avett as Darling, highly recommend if you like old Avett stuff. So check that one out. And cheers, VC. Happy Easter. And leave a comment about what kind of videos do you like. And I think I'm going to start maybe doing more themes or something. I don't know. I might still do these finds. But I just feel like I'm boring you guys with showing you stuff and not talking about it. So I apologize. Have a happy Easter. Take care, guys. Cheers.